today's session, Nurturing a Growth Mindset. Let's talk a little bit about growth mindset. What is fixed and growth mindset? It was Stanford University psychologist Carol Dweck, Dr. Carol Dweck, who is credited for the terminology growth and fixed mindset. Talking of fixed mindset, they believe, or those people who do have fixed mindset believe that their basic qualities like behavior, intelligence, or talent, it's all fixed. They believe that if you are not good at something, you'll never be good at it, basically. Not just you might, you'll never be good at it is what they believe. And those who believe in a growth mindset believe that their basic qualities can be developed through dedication and hard work, and efforts is the path to mastery. This view creates a love for learning and also builds our resilience, which is essential for lifelong success. And learning about growth mindset creates self-motivation and raises our awareness of what we wish to achieve. It also enhances well-being and improves our relationship. What are the consequences of a fixed mindset? Number one, it decreases self-knowledge, because the more we are unaware about ourselves, the less we are likely to be aware about our purpose and also the discovery of who we are. The second one, it inhibits risk-taking. Now, when we believe that this is what our worth is, or our intelligence enables us to only go so far, we are unlikely to want to take any risks. And that is the problem when a fixed mindset is something that people adopt. The third one is, of course, it causes unhealthy competition. I call it unhealthy competition because we are not going to be competing with how good can we become better or how much we can improve. We are constantly looking outside and thinking, oh, they are doing great. And of course, she's doing great. And we are constantly comparing ourselves to others and hence creating a lot of unhealthy friction and stress in our hearts. As a person who has got a growth mindset, she thrives on challenges. And she believes that it is in her ability to become better through hard work and also help from others. When I talk about help from others, when I started on my own journey many years ago, I realized that I actually had a very, very strong fixed mindset. And in my case, I wouldn't say it was about competition from around me. No, I was just so uncertain about what can I do with the basic skills I had. And plus, with that belief, I was also reluctant to ask for support from others because my fear was, oh my God, what if they know how little I already have or I just know about? But I think it was a very, very, let's say, short-sighted approach, because the more we are able to reach out to others and we tell others, listen, I don't know something, can you please help me out? And I think I haven't come across yet one single person who's not ready to help us out. If we are willing to learn from them and we are open to admitting that we don't know something. So I think that is something which would help us being more open to learning and also being ready to take help. So how do we develop a growth mindset? Listen to the mindset voice. When we talk about developing a growth mindset, the second one is recognizing that we all have a choice. Now that is also something which a lot of us are not aware about because we are so comfortable exactly doing what we do. And we are very, very afraid, like Saira mentioned, about getting criticism, about being denied approval from those who even could be closest to us. So I think that also is a factor. And of course, do we have the courage to talk back to our inner critical voice? And how can we befriend that voice? So it's not that today the critical voice in my brain is telling me whatever I'm doing is the right thing all the time. But the manner how it is it is talking to me, or the manner it tries to communicate what can be done better. There is a way of speaking. There is the language, the tone, the words. Everything is so very different. So I think learning, we develop our mindset or our growth mindset also by making sure that we talk back, we befriend the mindset voice that we have, and also make sure that probably that voice becomes our best friend and guide as well. Taking outside help, which I already discussed, makes a huge difference, and also stopping the desire to seek approval from others. Because in life, even those who we may be the closest to, who may be very close to us, need not approve, need not encourage, need not motivate with regard to what we do. And we need to accept that absolutely without any hurt or any anger. That's just the way it is. So I think that's also something we need to remember when we are practicing or developing our mindset, our growth mindset. And the number 6 is replace the word failing with learning. That also creates a huge difference, because every time we are finding challenges, we don't have to consider them as failures, but they're just part of the learning process. And number 7, take a mindset action, mode of action, which is totally focused on growth mindset. In other words, your thoughts, behavior, and action is all continuously following that pathway. What are the triggers? What are the triggers that determine whether you are thinking from a growth mindset perspective or from the fixed mindset perspective? For example, does tiredness make you revert into a fixed mindset? When you are tired, do you find yourself moving from the growth mindset to that of a fixed mindset individual? The second one, which is probably very thought-provoking, is when someone receives recognition in your field of speciality, are you envious or do you want to learn from them? And this is a question which can make a lot of us uncomfortable because it's a very direct question. It questions for what we stand for. Do we do what we are wanting to do? So that is one question there. And if a peer criticizes us, are we defensive or are we willing to learn from that? In other words, are we willing to think about, could there be something that what they are saying is real, or what exactly defines the situation? That's another one. And of course, when a teammate struggles, do you try to help or do you question their capabilities? Now, that's also giving us a perspective about the kind of mindset we constantly have. And of course, when a project goes wrong, you blame teammates, or do we focus our efforts to look at a solution for the problem and wonder where we could have done better? So I think, what we need to, overall, I think what we need to focus on is, of course, consider challenges as opportunities, embrace our imperfections. I think that's very important as well. And there are many ways of finding solutions for challenges, because that also enables to reach out for help and seek advice as well. Another thing is, of course, paying attention to the words that we use. How do we speak to others? How do we speak to ourselves? How do we speak to the universe? Are we conscious that whatever we say is as much as possible only positive? Do we use the right, appropriate, positive language when we are speaking to anybody, including ourselves? So I think that's also something we can focus on, cultivate a sense of purpose, be happy for others' growth, and celebrate them.